Hello ladies and gents, welcome to CG Reaction. This is the Air Force is now adding AI pilots to combat coded F-16s. Yeah, all those people, all of them. Why is he talking about F-16 now? F-16 is so old. F-16 sucks. We have better planes now. F-22, F-35. Even F-18 is better. Well, what about this shit, huh? What about this shit? I need to find those comments who people were like, and I'm just like, look at this, look at this. Yeah, F-16s are gonna be AI powered now. F-16 is an awesome plane. This plane was made during the era where USA was fighting with Soviet Union, and let's just say thinking Soviet Union was more stronger than it actually was. That's what the intel was. That's how F-15 became too powerful, and F-16 is also like way too nimble, way too better air dominance plane, right? It's just perfect in its time, obviously. But now with the AI pilots, I don't know, adding some kind of a stealth to it. I'm pretty sure they were doing that as well. People are thinking F-35 Block 4. It's gonna have drones, this and that. What about this shit? Like, let's not even talk about F-35 or the new F-47. Yeah, F-47. Let's talk about F-16. This is insane. Let's watch this one.
Has just begun installing artificial intelligence into fully combat-coded F-16s. And the last of these new testbed fighters just arrived at Eglin Air Force Base in Florida to begin its transition as a part of Project Venom. Now, the US has already been flying its heavily modified Block 30 F-16D, known as the X-62 Vista, with artificial intelligence at the stick for a few years now, building upon AI pilots, or agents as they're known, that already demonstrated their ability to dominate virtual dogfights against human pilots, and DARPA's Alpha Dogfight trials held back in 2020. But now, these AI agents are being installed in much more advanced and modern, fully mission-capable F-16s to move into more complex air combat exercises, including more of the one-on-one dogfights the X-62 has already been flying.
Okay, is it just me or this guy is just like, oh, this shit is getting too much now? Look at his look. Like, okay, even F-16s are robotic now.
The X-62 has already been flying, but also new 2-on-2 bouts that will allow these AI agents to gain valuable experience coordinating with one another to defeat their human adversaries. Now, Project Venom, which is short for Viper Experimentation and Next-Gen Operations Model, does require some physical modifications to these jets.
It just felt like that. Acronym just felt like that. It was always named that. Or someone like, wait a minute, that sounds like Venom. That's what that was.
Including a new auto throttle to give the AI control over the nearly 30,000 pounds of thrust produced by the F-16's turbofan engine, as well as a handful of other new instruments and components developed specifically to convert standard F-16s into full AI automatons. Now, this transition to combat-coded F-16s is a really big deal because it not only offers the Air Force the chance to learn how to convert standard fighters.
Wait a minute, isn't this technically a drone? Technically, it's not man control, it's AI powered. So doesn't that automatically make it, I don't know what is the criteria of drone. I'm already envisioning F-47s getting accompanied by F-16s that are AI powered. Why not? You have them lying around, you're gonna upgrade them. Might as well give it to F-47.
Into AI-piloted combat drones, but it will also give the AI agents a lot more data to pull from, including a far more advanced active electronically scanned array radar, and a whole lot more. Now, by April of 2024, the AI agents being trained to fly these fighter jets had already flown through 21...
You constantly saying AI agent. It is just AI, right? Like, is AI gonna help the pilot that is already inside? I'm assuming AI pilots is purely AI, like controlled by like ChatGPT, but for like F-16. I don't know.
Increasingly complex, real-life air combat exercises, with rapid adjustments made to the autonomy software between each, resulting in more than 100,000 logged changes to the code in the span of just 12 months. And the AI agent in control of the X-62 started by learning defensive maneuvers before eventually moving on to offensive ones, and finally, offensive high-aspect nose-to-nose engagements.
Basically how toddlers first learn to walk and not hurt themselves. That is what defensive means. Because if you don't learn defensive when you get killed, destroyed very instantly, that plane doesn't mean much, is it? So yeah, obviously you want to learn defensive first.
Against other fighters with real human pilots on board. During these dogfights, the AI-piloted X-62 and its human-piloted F-16 opposition reportedly closed to within just 2,000 feet of one another at speeds in excess of Mach 1.5, all while staying within the confines of the exercise's safety parameters. And by May of 2024, just a month later, former Air Force Secretary Frank Kendall, who even flew in the X-62 while it was under AI control, revealed that the jet and its AI pilot were already, quote, roughly equal in dogfighting skill to highly experienced Air Force test pilots with 2,000 or even 3,000 hours logged in the aircraft. Of course, dogfighting isn't all this AI is being trained to do, but dogfighting is among the most complex tasks a tactical aircraft might undertake, making it a pretty decent measure of how quickly these systems are maturing. But the AI isn't just maturing when it's in the air. Instead, these AI agents continue to run through mission scenarios thousands.
Yeah, the great thing about AI is that they can just take all the log research of actual pilots, flew thousands of hours of them, and capture the data of that from the onboard electronics for thousands of hours of data and process that in matter of minutes. So it doesn't surprise me that in just 12 months they'll learn this much, right? And AI in general, past 2 or 3 years, have exponentially grew how fast they can learn.
Thousands of times between flights, applying slight variations to its decision-making in each to assess and learn from different simulated outcomes. Now, the long-term goal of this effort isn't to field a fleet of AI-piloted F-16s, though that might be a concept worth exploring at some point, and instead, these AI agents are learning how to handle complex air combat operations to take control of the new fighter drones, known as collaborative combat aircraft, that are currently in development to fly alongside upgraded Block 4 F-35s and, of course, America's new...
Wait a minute, can you train this AI into F-16 so eventually they can control these drones? Are these drones going to be similar to F-16s? Because when it comes to AI or computers in general, you need very specific variables. A bit of wiggle room here and there could mess up the data. So is this, I don't know.
New F-47 stealth fighter in the years to come. Now, the first increment of these air-to-air drones are already in testing and have been given the world's first drone fighter designations. General Atomics YFQ-42A, which will be the FQ-42 in service, and Anduril's YFQ-44A, which will be the FQ-44 when it reaches service. Now, AI agents are also expected to be installed in new fighters, like the aforementioned F-47, to serve as something of an advanced autopilot. Now, in pictures released by the Air Force, we can also see 3 more F-16s being modified to add this new AI hardware. And in past press releases, the Air Force said they'll field 6 of these jets initially for testing. Now, right now, we don't know when the world's first combat-coded F-16 flown by artificial intelligence will actually take to the sky, but evidence is mounting that it's all but certain to happen in the very near future. If not later this year, certainly sometime in 2026.
Yeah, I kind of seen this coming, right? Like China is getting better at like stealth plane. Other countries are also making 5th generation planes, and US is like, fuck it, AI, there you go. What you gonna do now? USA is always one group ahead. When everybody's like figuring out how to make a really great plane for the skies, they're like, okay, 5th generation stealth plane, F-22, there you go. What you gonna do now? Everybody catches to that. Oh, by the way, AI-powered planes. We don't even need men to fly, right? F-47 will have an autopilot that is AI-powered. Why the fuck not? That just makes sense. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they're going to use F-16 with AI now, because otherwise, what's the use of F-16? F-16s are not a stealth plane, but I feel like if AI is under power, with their computation power, which is like insanely high compared to humans and human error, even without stealth, they can evasive maneuvers a lot of attacks. So it might as well be like a stealth plane at that point, right? It can, see incoming missile instantly and like maneuver against it. That is awesome. Right, well, that was the Air Force is now adding AI pilots to combat coded F-16s. How many news is gonna drop now? Sandboxx is just like dropping multiple videos a day if you have to. Like, that's how much news are dropping today. Right, I'll see you next time.